So let's talk about the Bregman Leadership Intensive, which I understand to be really about the things we're talking about. It's leadership development, but what I believe you've done with that, Peter, is honed in on this aspect, this very important asset that every leader should have, which is not just understanding emotional courage, but internalizing it and practicing it. Let's talk about that a bit.
Right, that's exactly right. And we're doing something even a little new this year. We're doing a few intro to Bregman leaders. So it's like one-day programs. We've got one in LA and one in New York, and we have a weekend program in Massachusetts. Cool. And then the Bregman Leadership Intensive, which is our, it's kind of the flagship leadership program that we run publicly. And yeah, that's 4 days, and it's all about being in situations authentically, not fake situations, not role plays, not pretend. Real situations in which people are grappling together with the real challenges that they're facing. So the goal is to actually get traction on the day-to-day challenges that they're facing. One of the things that we always ask is, what is the biggest challenge you're facing in your organization? So that we want them to actually get traction on that. So there's an intellectual piece around that. But it's very much embodied. So it's very much about how do we put ourselves in situations? How can we be completely frank? There's a number of times there where people are giving feedback to each other directly. What you're doing right now, here's how it's making me feel, or here's how I'm responding to it, or I'm feeling really anxious right now, or that was great, the way you did that. We had in the last one that we ran, we had a guy who was a CEO of an organization who in 7 to 10 minutes completely lost his group, right? He's a very successful guy, but he set up a competition. It was like a thing he was trying to do. He set up a competition, and one by one he lost people. And then to watch him realize it, and we paused and we talked about it. We talked about what was happening, and then we started again. And I've never seen anything like it. Within a minute and a half, one by one, he turned around everybody. And he did it by being deeply connected to himself and what was important to him, at the same time as he was really connected to each of the other people. He was hearing what was happening, but he wasn't connecting the dots. Yeah. And so to have that experience, right, enabled him to then be able to, in his body, get what he was doing wrong and be able to change it. And then when I spoke with him 2 weeks later, it was fundamentally changing things in his organization, because he was able to step into the leadership role with a new sense of courage. So the idea is to take people away, to put them with really smart, other capable people who are willing to take these risks to develop their own courage, willing to feel things deeply and to move on, and to put them in the situations where they could do it. You need courage to come to this, right? It's not sort of for the faint of heart. We're not doing anything dangerous, no one's getting hurt, but you have to say, I want to develop this muscle called courage and emotional courage, and to do that I'm willing to sit in my own emotions and the emotions of other people, and to do that I'm willing to really step in with both feet.
Wow.
And it's amazing, it's amazing. I mean, we had an amazing experience when we last ran it, and it really gives people the ability to embody their leadership, which is very much about leadership.
Sure.